2, ready, go. We're starting at C in root position, meaning C is the bottom of the chord. And all we want to do is, you can just think of this C as bouncing up 1 octave, and then here we have the next inversion. So of course we want to reposition our hand to play it like this. But we have root position and first inversion, C major chord, and then we're just going to do that one more time. We're going to bounce our bottom note up 1 octave and reposition our hand, and now we have a second inversion, C major chord. And then we're just going to retrace our steps and come back down before we repeat it. And then to repeat it, all we're going to do is take each of these 3 notes and just move them up a half step in pitch. So this note is going to move a half step to C sharp. This E is going to move a half step to an F, and then our top note, the G, is going to move up to D sharp or G sharp or A flat, which in this case we'd normally call this D flat major. So D flat and C. So you don't really need to know any theory to go up by half steps. You just have to understand how half steps work on the piano. So this is also our chromatic scale, which I'll cover in a different video. So going on, we have root, first inversion, second inversion, and then we just go back to first inversion and root. And then we move up to D flat. And the process is still the same. We're just going to bounce our D flat up an octave and reposition our hand. Now we have a first inversion D flat major chord. And if we do it one more time, again, this bottom note is an F, so we're going to move it up to an F above that and reposition our hand, and that's a D flat second inversion chord. And then you just have to retrace your steps. Now one thing to mention also is that if we're at a second inversion D flat major chord, to go down, it's the exact opposite. We're just going to take this F, our top note, and we're going to bring it down an octave, and that also brings us back to our first inversion D flat major chord. And then we can do it again for the last one. We're going to take this top note and now move it down an octave and reposition, and there we go. The 3 notes of D flat major, which are D flat, F, and A flat, and no matter which inversion we play, you're going to get those 3 notes in just a different order. And that's all you need to know about inverting chords. If we move on to D, now we're D major. We still have those 3 inversions: root, first, second inversion, back to first inversion, and root position. Then we move those up chromatically. Now we're at E flat major. Again, all we're doing is moving each of these notes 1/2 step, and that brings us to our next one. And then the notes that we're playing on the bottom, that's also going to be the name of the chord. So this is an E flat major chord, and E major chord, and then F major. So you can just, whether you look at the bottom note of the right hand or what your left hand notes should be playing, that's where the name of the chord is going to come from, whatever is on the bottom. That's another way you can practice just all root position. Let's try that again. So we have C on the bottom of the chord. This is our C major chord, the starting one. That's in root position. If we just keep transposing our notes up by 1/2 step, our pitches, these are going to be all of the root position major chords, all 12 keys. Which is why you notice they also kind of sound the same. Now, if we do this, if we take our root position C major chord and we invert it, so we bring the C up, and now we have first inversion C major chord, right? We're just leaving our bass notes here because it's still a C major chord, right? So now we're going to try another exercise, chromatic. And if we do the same thing of just moving chromatically each time we go up, we are now playing all the first inversion major chords. They're all in first inversion. So let's try that one with our metronome. So this is going to be our first inversion major chords exercise. 1, 2, ready, go. Now we're at D flat, going to D. Now E flat major to E, F, now to G flat, G natural, A flat major, to A major, B flat is now, then to B major, and back to C. And there we go, all of the first inversion major chords. Now let's do the same thing, but with second inversions. Here was root, first inversion, second inversion, right? So that's going to be our starting chord for C major. And we're doing the same thing where we're going to be going up chromatically like that. So this is our first starting chord, starting in 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. This is D, going to E flat. Now to E and F, up to G flat, and then to G, A flat, and A. Couple more to B flat, and then to B, and end at C. That one seems to want a big finale. So there we go. We have the chords that we can either play them chromatically in either root position or first inversion or second inversion and just go up. Or we can do sort of a whole encompassing exercise, which was the first one I showed you, where we do all 3 inversions and then we go up. Root, first, second, first, root. So they're all great ways to practice the inversions. Then, well, once you know all of them, that was nothing but those inversions, just with a different pattern, right? So we can cover that in another video where we're crossing over and doing that kind of stuff. But that's actually not that hard once you knock out these exercises and get really comfortable with them. So spend your 5 minutes a day practicing them and enjoy.